Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni Great Malabite.
Good morning, Ruben.
I was church yesterday.
Good morning, Ayon. Good morning, Rufai.
Morning, sir.
Well, I was the officiating elder, if you wish to know. I wish I had invited you to come and hear the homily for the day. But let's deal with the issues of today. We start the review with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story, Buhari saved Nigeria from graft, says Garba Shehu, says his success in fight against corruption unprecedented. Yes, of course, in a pushback to the position of former Attorney General Mohamed Aduke, former President Muhammadu Buhari has said his administration saved Nigeria from corrupt undertones planted to expose the nation's economy to collapse. Well, of course, that statement was released by Garba Shehu, former spokesman of President Muhammadu Buhari. Ruben, I don't know why you are questioning his working with his former boss. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Well, clearly, he said the former president, was on a rescue mission. But yes, Buhari's mission, well stated before he ascended the saddle as civilian president. One of his programs was anti-corruption. So to that extent, you will say Garba Shehu is correct, saying Buhari was on a rescue mission as it relates to corruption. But did he accomplish that mission? What was the state of corruption in the Buhari years? I think the jury is out, or perhaps we still have to wait a little longer to know the extent of corruption during the Buhari years, because there were a lot of cases here and there of graft and people who did things that were untoward as it relates to our commonwealth. So to say Buhari was on a rescue mission, well, perhaps that was his mission. But whether he accomplished that mission or not is another matter altogether. Now, the New Telegraph also reporting this story, OPL 245. You are unfit to talk about corruption, Buhari tells Aduke. Says cases ex-AGF cited as reference originated from a government in which he administered justice. I'm sure we'll still hear more on the back and forth between Muhammadu Aduke and Buhari's men. Now, the other story below the photograph in the front page of the New Telegraph, UK issues new visa entry requirements for Nigerians. Airlines to deny travelers boarding without new UK e-permit. Envoy says 132,000 visas granted Nigeria in the first half of 2023. Now, the Guardian newspaper, cyber criminals exploit weak regulations to harvest data, defraud Nigerians. Of course, the Guardian newspaper reporting this story about how criminals exploit weak regulations and defraud Nigerians. Concerns over regulatory lapses in POS agent banking regulations. Loan sharks low on compliance with directive. Nigerians recount ordeals as losses mount. AMMBAN dissociate members as NDPC investigates banks' orders. Yes, with the rise in the use of POS across the country, there are also fraudulent activities that are involved by some of these operators. Thus, what should have been celebrated as improvement in the e-payment and the use of e-channels is also fraught with a lot of problems, according to this report. Now, the Daily Trust newspaper, 2022 flooding. Farmers decry exclusion from 1.5 billion naira relief materials. We identify beneficiaries through SEMA's. NEMA is saying farmers need flood-resistant seed. Experts Because, yes, in that 2022 flood across the country, many farmers lost their crops. And to think that many of them were not catered for by the relief that was promised and given to those affected, I think is not a good story. Now, the Punch newspaper, election petitions, tribunals decide Tinubu 25 governors cases September. Tribunals reserve judgment in Lagos, Sokoto, Kano, others. Parties resort to prayers. APC not under pressure, says legal advisor. Labour Party, PDP, confident of victory. Yes, we just await the verdict of the various tribunals. Of course, top on the list, the Presidential Election Petition Court, to give their views, their verdict on the submissions of all parties that court, and we hear what is the fate of the government of the day. Will there be a rerun? Will there be a cancellation? We await the verdict of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Now, the Nation newspaper, the lead story, TUC snubs NLC strike call, calling workers out of work premature. We will continue to dialogue with government to ease subsidy pay. TUC taking a different stance from the NLC. Now, if we just look at one foreign newspaper quickly, yes, the Financial Times newspaper, Russia's bank propped up by Chinese cash after sanctions. Lending quadrupled by $9.7 billion. Of course, Russia had to turn to China after Western sanctions, 1 year after its invasion of Ukraine. And the Chinese are doing very well, giving Russian banks the needed dollar cash. Ruben, Rufai,
Well, so much to talk about, but we're told we've run out of time.